Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And today I've come on just to have a bit of a play. I'm using up, it seems to be the more I use the more I've got. I'm using up True Love Designer Series paper, which I absolutely adore. It's all black and white, but it's just begging to be coloured in my opinion. So this, it was lying on my desk, so I thought let's just have a wee play. I've not played with the new in colour blends yet, so I thought I would just try out the blends colours on it. So if you come in, if you're here watching, just come in and say hello. The fire's on. Hi Karen. It's a nasty weather here in Scotland. I think across the whole of the UK is to be nasty today. So I've got the fire on. There's hot drinks on the table. Just come in, curl up. I did have a shower and get dressed, but I am basically having a duvet day today. I don't have any intentions of going out that door. So yeah, come in and make yourself comfortable. Yep. Oh, Karen, it's just horrid, isn't it? Not a day you want to go anywhere. So as I say, these are our new in colours. I absolutely adore them. And for any of my customers or people who do buy from me or want to buy from me here in the UK, I am going to be announcing later today an in colour club. So in that in colour club, you will pay a certain amount of money each month for 5 months, and by the time we get to the end of the 5 months, you will have all of the in colours. So you will have blends, you'll have marker pen, you'll have stamp pads, you'll have the card, some of the vellums, you'll have the gift bags, just a whole selection of everything. So each month you'll get a whole set of one colour, and you get the gems, you get everything. So I'm just in the middle of working out the pricing, and I'm going to announce that later on today, but I'm going to work that out from the comfort of my couch, I think, while I'm watching some TV. So it was just a kind of advanced thing to let you know that I am going to do that. So hey, I'll just say hello. I've got Karen here, who I've said hello to already, and Joanna, hi, welcome, and Renee, and you come. So we've got 2 people in England, and Renee, you're in Australia, I think. I'm fairly sure. How are you? How are you all? I bet you're a bit warmer than us, Renee. So yeah, so I've got some bits and pieces. I've got a couple of wee bits and pieces I've cut out already to add colour to, just so that we get something achieved today. But I just kind of want to just have a play. This makes my eyes go, and there's another one that makes your eyes go in this paper. Where's this one? This is worse. Where is it? Ooh, come back. Not that side, no. Stripes. Where is the one that makes your eyes go really funny? It's a beautiful white and black polka dots, gorgeous. I love black and white, and I actually would be happy with it. Look at that. What does that do to your eyes? Oh my gosh. It's like something from the 70s. Look at that. Ooh. So I think we'll just colour the flowers on this side of this one. This one, it's really nice, and you can add colour. It's too fiddly for me. I guess I could just pick one thing out in it, but I'm using that for backgrounds quite a lot just now. So I just thought it would be interesting just to have a go with. I'll have a wee practice on this and see how these all work together. So obviously Stampin' Up! Do all the thinking for you in this. So I've taken the dark of the, oh gosh, polished pink, my brain's not, I'm still learning the colours, but you know. So polished pink, and I'm just taking some of it right around here. 12 degrees centigrade and you're at night time. We're not even that and it's daytime. And then I'm thinking that actually, you know, we could take one of another blend. What about pale papaya, the dark one of it? Or we could, in fact, no, I'm just going, let's go a bit more tone. Dark fresh freesia. Let's take some of that in here as well. Kind of got some kind of multicoloured flower thing going on. And I am taking it over the top a bit of the one before. These are magical flowers in my head. They're not real. And then I could take the light polished pink. See, but I haven't opened these before, so what, I have no idea what I'm going to get. Let's just take the light polished pink over the whole lot, and it just gives us a different tone. So with these flowers are really quite quick and easy to colour, like in the polished pink ones. So this is the light one, so I'm just taking it over the whole lot, and it's just giving you a graduated colouring. I'm no expert in blends. There's loads of people that show you more about colouring, but there's some shading that looks pretty okay to me. And then we'll just colour the inside of that with the darker of the pale papaya. There we go. It's just a bit of a play now. If we then can take, let's go for some lighter colours. So let's take the lighter of this is polished pink. I'm getting my fresh freesias and the polished pinks missed. Anyway, this is the light one of the polished pink, which I just had open there just now, and I'm just popping that kind of where the darker bits of this flower are. Stampin' Up have done the thinking for me. Just put the wee dots where the lines, that they've put the shaded lines in already. Oh, hi Helen, and you come. Hi Christine, yeah, not seen you for a while. Hope everything's okay. And Helen too, hope you're okay. Everybody's dealing with tough stuff just now, so this is just a wee happy place. I had my second vaccination on Thursday. Well, I haven't really been great since then, but I'm getting there again. I feel a bit tired today, so I don't know if that is the vaccine or if it's the weather. So I've now got the dark pale papaya, and I'm going over the top of light polished pink. So these are just imaginary flowers in my head, and I'm just blending the colours together and just getting something different. Who knows what I'm getting. Hi Cheryl. Is this the first time you've caught a live, Cheryl? Well, you're very welcome. I'm sure the other ladies will welcome you in. If you see, they're all huddled up beside the fire here because it's awful cold here today. But I'm sure they'll shuffle up a wee bit and make room for a newbie. So everybody, welcome Cheryl to our first live. I do recognise your name, so I have met you either on other people's lives or you've been comment in here. So let's just, oh, I wish her all the best, Christine, and I'm sure everyone else in here will pray for your daughter. This is the dark evening evergreen, and I'm just kind of just putting some bits of it in here. I'm actually going to give a high contrast here and go with light soft succulent over the top. Whoops, if I can open it. One of those challenge days. So I'm taking the light soft succulent. Always work very lightly with these, especially if you're like me, like the brush nib. It's quite fragile, so you do have to work very carefully with it. So there's a nice wee pair of flowers. It needs something in the middle. So I'm just sticking with these 5 colours, well, pairs of colours. We can always add a bit of bling, and then you can cut them out. The lines are nice and easy to follow. You can do the kind of fussy cutting with the white border, but I always end up with it looking thick at one bit and thin at another, and it just, I'm not awful good at fussy cutting, but hey, let's just cut this out and let's make it into a card of some kind. So again, I'm just going to use the new in colour card as well, because as I say, that just, I am doing an in colour club where you get a whole set of things in one in colour each month. Available in the UK, obviously, for postage reasons. I don't think it'd be cost effective to send it anywhere else. I can send to Europe, to certain countries, France, the Netherlands, my brain's just Germany and Austria. My brain couldn't even compute there. I can send there, but we'd have to talk about the shipping. Yeah, just huddle up by the fire, Helen, just chill. Craft if you want, but just chat as if you don't. May bank holiday, who'd have thought? I'm just going to take the worst of this off here because I feel that gets in my way. So just trim off the outline. So it's just a simple way to make a card. Oh, I've got another 2 that are kind of prepped, and I'll show you what to do with them. I also just released my May class in the post, and it is based on the Colour and Contour bundle. Absolutely gorgeous set. I absolutely love it, and those dies are my new favourite dies. Love them. They're layering, but they've got lovely scalloped edges, and each one's a bit different. It's got stitch and detailing. They're just glorious. So check out my social media for more of that if you want to be purchasing my class in the post. What you get in the class in the post is you get enough materials to make 10 cards, 2 each of 5 designs. So as I say, I did put an email out to everyone on my email list. If you want added to my email list, just go to JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk and there'll be a form to fill out there to add yourself to my email list. So there we go. So let's get a bit of something to use as a card base. What about this pale papaya? And again, I've got the next two cards I'm doing are using this, but what about this type? What about these ones? I'm looking for one that's quite strongly black. I'm using up my bits here. So yeah, that would work. Kind of draws your eye a wee bit, but never mind. So where's my trimmer? Where do you think I put it this time? Oh, it's in the place it's supposed to be. That's unusual. No, I'm not really a white border fussy cutter, Christine. Yeah, they all make our eyes go a bit funny. They're very much, remember all these 1970s wallpapers as well? They do that to your eyes. I remember having a French cane pattern wallpaper. And it was in, well, it was in very vanilla and early espresso, not that I knew anything about Stampin' Up, and I don't think Stampin' Up even existed back in the early 70s. But so this is a soft succulent, and you will get a few sheets of this in the In Colour Club. What will we do this? The brain is not here today. Right, I want to cut it down because I want to have, see, that'll sit quite nicely on it, and then we'll have a wee sentiment or something like that. Let's just go for 12.4. 8.1. It's just proportions that I know that work in centimetres I'm sticking with. So that is, so it's going to sit like that, letting us see this lovely card that we have. I'm not doing much stamping today, it's all about the colouring in. Hi Kerry, and you come. Get a wee seat by the fire, because that's what we're doing today, we're getting cosy. So I did have a bone folder line here, right, so I'm not worrying about the inside of the card today, we can decorate them later. So yeah, so I've got some Tombow here. These are beautiful too, I just like, you can't use both sides. But it'd be too fussy to have flowers on top of flowers. So it's really good that our papers always give us an option. Glue doesn't want to come out, come on. Play the game. Got a hat pin thing here, I'm sure, lying about. I had it earlier anyway. A pin gone missing. Here it is. Alison, in you come. What's your weather like in France? It's not very nice here in the UK. So I'm just basically just pop this in the middle-ish. I use the wet glue, so I've got that extra moment. Ooh! To make it go straight. If you want it straight, of course you could have it at a jaunty angle. Oh, you've got sun in France. I'll be over then, although I wouldn't fancy the ferry journey if it's anything like this down south. Right, so isn't it? It works really well. These colours, I adore these new In colours. They really work together. I'm loving them. Right, so what am I going to do for a sentiment? I've got my black memento out here. Do you know what stamp set's lying about? This is my next one. I haven't really had a proper play with this. I've used it for one card, which is for a challenge. that you'll see next month, but this month it's got really nice sentiments here. I wonder about the thank you. I'm not going raking for which is the right stamp set and which is the right sentiment, but thank you is so handy, and I always need thank you cards. So I need a block though, don't we? What have we got? So again, just quickly, I'm doing black on white because that's the theme we've got going on here. Look! It was only a matter of time. I seriously should have called myself the messy crafter, eh? I've just put that near the bottom of this piece of card. And basically just my memento, I had 3 memento ink pads and they were all dry, so I've actually stupidly re-inked them all instead of just re-inking one just now. Janice did them all and they're all a bit on the messy side. So I'm just bringing in my wee mini chopper. And then I am just going to take my snips, just to put a wee flag end here. If you just cut a little bit, I just use my eyesight, look what looks like the middle, snip it up a little bit and then go from the corner to the end of that little snip, and then the same at this side. And just easy made, well it would be easy if you cut the full way properly. Right, so it gives you a wee flag end. So this can just come out there from the flower. Hello Christine. In you come, the fire's on and there's snacks on the table. So again, just a bit of dimensional. I think I've still got these bits of these foam sheets flying about as well, so we could use them up. Just a wee thin strip here would do on the sentiment. Yep, it's cold and miserable, wet and miserable here too, Christine. But over in France apparently it's sunny, so maybe we'll head over there. So I'm roughly just setting this on first. So there's my thank you. And then we'll put dimensionals. So I'm going to put the dimensional further over here. I'm just using up these bits, but I'm leaving quite a bit here so that it can flap over the sentiment. Just, I want all of it to be on the card, so I'm just turning it so that we can still read the thank you, but the flowers are, and I think that is all that one needs. I don't think the other 2 cards are going to be hugely different to this, but there you go, there's an easy way of colouring, easy fussy cutting, and yeah. Right, so then I've got another one here for colouring, but I've thought about a little bit of decoupage this time, so kind of stepping it up a wee bit. So I have fussy cut out, but I've not coloured. I've fussy cut out this lovely wee arrangement from the paper, and a little bit here to go at the back of it. This one is, this piece of backing paper is a bit bigger, but I'm wondering whether to cut this down a wee bit. Well, you're having good weather all week, that's, yeah. No, I'm just going to leave that as is. This one is like a centimetre bigger than that one. I can't remember. But I think this one is 9.1 by 13.4 and that one's down. So you can then decide what composition you like best. And again, let's just stick this onto the card. And this is the polished pink card base. And then we're going to just colour these in. Now what I have to do is remember what colours I do on the flower. So what I did was I've cut that out, and then I found flowers that the same and cut out some of the middle so we can kind of just layer it up a wee bit. Just gives a slightly different look. So, but I'm going to take a wee bit of care over the colouring. So I'm going to have one of each colour of flower just to show off our new in colours. So just need to pair them up because it's easy to get mixed up. So I'm just going to be a bit simpler on the colouring this time and make each flower the individual colour that we're doing. So I'm going to do this one first. Whoops. So this is the fresh freesia. So I'm just going to take the dark fresh freesia. I'm not going to take forever over colouring. Obviously it's something that you can take each petal and just do it in much detail, or you can just, like me, just throw some colour at it. That looks, the thing is with these pens, they are so forgiving, and it does make, you know, it does look like you've taken quite a bit of care over it, even when you haven't. And then there's some haggis in the pot too, Christine, if you want to really embrace your Scottish side. And some oat cakes. I'm just going over the top with the light fresh freesia, and if I didn't say, I did start off with the dark fresh freesia. Colouring makes me want to just retreat into myself. I don't know why I keep choosing to do it on a live. But you guys can chat to each other. I know you can. If I go over with the light, it blends the two colours together. They are alcohol pens if you're not sure. Hey Heather, how are you? Right, and then so I need to do this bit, which is going to layer up on there, so we need to colour that similarly. So again, just take the dark bit. As I say, my excuse for my rubbish colouring is because I'm doing it in a hurry. I actually want to achieve 3 cards. That's what I like about these pens, though they... So that's the dark. And then the light. Over the top of them all. basically you can just you don't have to take forever and you still get a beautiful finish. I'm not pressing heavily though, although I'm working fast. I'm not pressing heavily, I'm kind of just going round in circles or ovals or something like that. Keep the touch light so you don't break the fibre of the pen. So that's our fresh freesia flower done. Quite a so if I do this one here, this is the middle for this one, and we'll pop that one over there. Okay, so this will be our dark polished pink, and again I'm just firing it at the flower, but I'm sure you'll agree that this is just as effective when it's done. Well, you've been losing stamps, Heather. That's how I do that all the time. You just copy and paste. I lose all sorts of... I lose something on every video that I do. But generally I find them. So again, just blending over with the lighter of the pair. So that blend, if you're not familiar with our blends, they come in pairs, a dark and a light. Although you don't have to stick together, as I showed in the first one, that you can. So I'm just basically, again, just putting some bits of the dark on the flower. Just being a bit careful to know which flower is which, where the bit where they all kind of... I've actually just spotted a wee bit here that I think is in fact that flower, so I'm just going to do that while I see it. I'm just hitting this with some blends. I think what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is that with the blends you can be as detailed as you want to be, or as quick and careless as you want, and you still get good results. Clearly you'll get better results if you take your time and put the shading in the right place, and it's also very therapeutic to take your time and be a bit more mindful of where you're placing each. But hey, look how mindful I'm being right now, and it's still relaxing. Sometimes it's just quite nice to just sit and think about what you're doing and not need to talk to anyone or think about the rest of the world or all the other things going on in your life. It's just a great way to relax. When it's sometimes the end product's not really that important. Well, I think we're doing a pretty good job. So we'll have a pale papaya one as well now. Yeah, Heather, it's a bit tough, isn't it? Because you guys were doing better. Do you think it would just be a short, sharp lockdown like the kind that Australia do? They find just locked down while they use their track and trace and get things pulled back again. Because you were doing your markets and things again, weren't you? So this is the dark pale papaya I'm putting in here. Oh, goodness. Well, hopefully it's sorted quickly and you can all get back to normal life. Again, I'm just popping the dark on here in the where it is darker on the flower. The light Stampin' Up artist has given us some lines to give us a bit of a clue. And there, so that's the dark down, and then again just take the light over the top, the whole lot. So that's the light pale papaya over the, I don't know why I've put pale papaya on the leaf. Too busy talking, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. So let's just take this over the top. So pretty. Then nobody shouted at me for colouring the leaf in. Well, I think we'll do the leaf in the soft succulent. We do have evening, what's it called? Evening evergreen. I want to call it early evening. Right, so again, whoops. Just do the soft succulent. I'm just taking it over the top where I did the pale papaya. Again, just taking the dark up the middle of the leaf where it kind of folds, so it will be darker there. Oh, Heather, at work, are you not protected there? Have you got screens and social distancing at your work? Again, I'm just going over the top here with the light soft succulent. What a gorgeous green this is. How well do these colours go together? Now, I've had both my vaccines and I'm quite relieved about that, although I'm struggling with this the last few days of this, but we'll be fine. Right, so there's that bit. There's, oh, do you know what, I'm just thinking this bit in the very dark. I'm just going to get my black blend and just, I think with the bullet end, just blot that out and then it won't be noticed. There's just the wee bit spaces between the flowers. I think it'll be less noticeable with black, but I ain't cutting it out. We took too fussy. Used to do things like that with a craft knife and cut little tiny wee spaces out. Anyway, right, so let's see what we can do here. So we will of course need a sentiment too, but hey, like similar sort of composition to the last card, but it's coming further over. We'll probably add some gems to them, so let's pull out a sheet of normal dimensionals, which I've got here. These ones have been die cut too far. When they've been cut on the machine, it's gone right through some of the backing paper, so it's quite funny. So I'm just putting it up on dimensionals just to give the card just that wee bit of a look about it. just a few, just to support it. Take the backs off, and these dimensionals, the backs do come off terribly easily. Right. Oh, you'll not be long now, Heather. So there's that, and then we'll just, what I'm going to do this is just kind of lift these a wee bit with the warmth of my hand, just to give them slightly wee bit of texture, nothing major. I've lost one. There it is. And I actually think I'm going to pop these on with just a wee dot of glue. Yeah, the UK's done pretty well with the vaccination, working through it, and I think in some areas in England you've been really quick. So I've just used a wee bit of wet glue, and I'm just positioning these just over where the same petals are underneath, and it's just giving it just a wee bit of dimension here. And then that one over the top. What a difference that makes, isn't it? It's just simple wee addition of another wee layer, and it just gives it a bit of a look. So again, I know I'm really pleased, and it's relaxing. I just don't have it in me to do anything complicated today, and sometimes, well, complicated is not required. And you know what, I'm just going to do the same sentiment again. I will be playing with these pansies, yeah, I will be playing with them, but right now I'm just going to do another thank you card. Another wee thank you flag. So that, anyone that's come in, that was the first one we did. Then we've stepped it up with a wee bit of decoupage. And I'm just going to try and not get myself covered. And again, I'm just simply stamping onto some basic white cardstock. The pansies are nice, but I haven't really had a big play with them yet, so yeah, this paper is lovely. We've got until the end of June to play with it. There's not a rush on it, but I thought it would work really nice with some of the new in colours, so that was my rationale. I'm just bringing out my wee guillotine. I know no one can get one now, but I'm still using it, because it's just so easy for this sort of thing. And then I'll get my snips, and then again just make that wee flag end. It just adds a wee bit of interest. So cut up the middle a little bit, and then cut from your corner into the bit that you snipped. However, I didn't go far enough. Right, and then from this corner into there you go, flag end. And do you know what, Cheryl? I believe they work together as a palette really well. I've been a demonstrator for 5 and a bit years just now, and I've always liked the in colours, but usually as individual colours, not all together like this. If those were the only 5 colours I could have, I'm quite happy with them. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to I didn't even think about where I was going to put this, so actually just in there is fine. Look. That looks super. That's true. I've got some bits cut out here with a pale papaya background. I'm going to show you another really quick way to add colour with blends. I'm going to stick with pale papaya. I'm going to take the lighter of the pale papaya, and this time, if you're in a hurry and you really need a card in a hurry, this is very effective. It's just to do negative colouring and basically just colour in the space. The space between the flowers. So I've just cut a wee strip, I think that's about 5 centimetres wide. And it was just from a scrap. So just, you need to kind of pay attention to what you're doing so that you're not going into your flowers. But it's actually really easy to do. So there you go, with some colouring pens and some paper, pattern paper. Who knew you can do? There's so many ideas out there already. If you just Google True Love paper, there's lots of demonstrators done lots of fab things with this paper. I'm just showing you my take on what I do. Now how's that? That is pretty, isn't it? And just leave the flowers in black and white. I know a lot of people don't think about that, Cheryl, but look, now I'm matting that onto black. I just like it to have that wee. So we'll raise that up there. And I've just got this bit for the background. Again, that's, let me see, that's 7 cent. It's just short of 7 centimetres. Again, it was a scrap, so it's about using up. It's about 7 by 13.5 or something like that. So I'm just going to pop that for background, and I'm going to make this a tent-fold card up and down. So just because I can, really. I used this paper early on and I did the spotlight effect. I don't know if I've got any of those cards around me. No, I don't. I did see them the other day there. I think they're in a drawer. But if you look back my blog, or my YouTube channel, you will find them. My blog is JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. And I did one page, I just punched out a circle and just coloured what was in the circle and then put it back on, and it worked quite well. So again, we'll put this up on dimensional, so we're giving the card a bit of a, oh, I've got this lying here, look, just use this up. So as I say, it's just a bit of bank holiday play. Nothing too serious. I'm kind of regarding this as a day of rest. Just kind of look where you want it to be. These wee diamond things do help you to keep in line. And then for the sentiment, I happen to have a wee piece of white here, so where I think there's a long, don't know if this will fit, probably not. Oh look, it does, it does, it does, it does. Just, we'll try. So this is a little hello from me to you. So I need to, oh, I knew that something was going to fall there. Just my ink, but I'm going to need that. Okay, so let's just pop this stamp, Let It Relax, on there. So it's, because it's photopolymer and it's long and narrow, pulling it off sometimes distorts it, so if you let it relax a bit and then pick it up with your block. This may not work, but we can quite easily sort that. We've got more basic white. So just pop this, but just because I'm using scraps, I'm trying to be as frugal as I can. That's okay. I've not made a great job of the A, but let's just go with it. What? Yeah, I'm going to do it there. So I'm just going to put a bit of, I'm just going to put it sideways, which is, where's just the card open that way. I'm just going to pop it under there, sort of a wee bit like a shirt tag. There we go. Now, I am completely out of the in colour gems. We were only able to get one pack in the pre-order and I've used them all. But I do have some other new gems that would work if I can find them. I stupidly shoved them in here the other day, and this needs cleaned out. I'm sure I did. It's got all sorts of gems and not all. Here they are though. Genial gems. These go with the Elegantly Said bundle, I think. So but they are in soft succulent. I would say it's soft succulent. It doesn't tell me there. I've used every single one of them. I'm going to get several packs, I think, when they come back because they're so pretty. But let's just use these ones. Let's just bling up a wee bit. I'm going to take a green one this time and pop that up. There. 1, 2, 3. And that one. And what shall we do here? Well, we'll have a wee, put one in there. Isn't that pretty? No idea what I'm doing here. There's another one, and this time we'll not go use the green here, we'll use this. It's got gold in it so it can reflect any, it's got like gold flecks, It's like one of the Christmas ones we had, isn't it? Let's pop that one there, I think. So there we go. Let's tidy up and let's have a look at what we've done. 3 cards. And do you know what? I feel better. I just wasn't feeling grand, but I thought I'll come on and talk to my buddies and just do a wee bit of relaxing, and you've made me feel better. So there you go, the new in colour blend, some new in colour card along with our True Love Designer Series paper. The designer, this is in the January to June, so this is available till towards the end of June, but I think, you know, I don't think it's one of the ones that will be carrying over, so I wouldn't delay in ordering it if you do like it. If you want to have it, I would get it fairly soon, because once the stocks on the January to June start going down, they won't replace them, because that catalogue does come to the end at the end of June. So you look, I've still got hundreds to use here. I've got at least one sheet of every colour, every pattern still. Oh Heather, I'm so glad your order's here. Okay, so hopefully we'll see you later having some fun. So which one do you like best, ladies? Here's how we worked. So we worked with mixing up the colours with the blends here on the soft succulent, and then we did a bit of decoupage. And well, do you know, if you go now, I'll stay and watch you, Heather. Are you going to do an unboxing? That would be cool. Are you doing it on Facebook or here? So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Let me know which one you like best. I do feel better, and I do enjoy the company from everyone. Alright, so Heather's going to go on live on Facebook very soon. Do you like number 2, Joanna? Yeah, I kind of like that too. And you like this one, Christine, with the negative colouring. That pale papaya is a gorgeous colour, isn't it? Yeah. 2, 1. So hey, is it just ink with Heather, I think, Christine? So there you go. Thanks very much. I'm going to grab a coffee and then I'll come back and look for you, Heather. That'd be cool. So yeah, if you head over to Facebook if you're on Facebook, and let's see what Heather got in her pre-order. So I'm just like amazed at how you guys can pick me up. 10 minutes, right? I'll go grab a coffee. I don't need to go to get a Timmy. I've got my own machine in the house. So is that 10:30 your time, and what time are we at? 2:20 in the afternoon here in the UK, and you're going 2, 3, 1, Christine. Now thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to head off, get that coffee, and I feel quite lifted, so yeah, I'm going to go and watch our Heather. Take care. Keep well, everyone. Bye.